Hey guys, so today I have a new review. This one is called Eremita, Eremita by Ihsahn. So this is Ihsahn's newest release. This is coming off of After, which came out just a few years ago, and that album was really fucking awesome. It was a really solid album, and now, of course, it's time to get on to this one. So the first thing I noticed about this album is that there aren't any songs that are over the length of 10 minutes, unlike After, which had two. Undercurrent, which was exactly 10 minutes long, and On the Shores, which was 10 minutes 13 seconds. One thing that's also different about this album is that it's actually a bit more diverse than the last one. There's actually an orchestra being used in the little instrumental Grief. It can easily fit in like an opera album of some sort. I've heard trumpets, I've heard I think like a few big band sections, like jazzy big band sections, and a few of these songs, especially The Eagle and the Snake. And I think Arrival had somewhat of a Muse Queen sound going for it. I mean, it's actually better than you would imagine. There's also a variety of different vocals on this album. Like, I thought I heard operatic vocals in Arrival, since that was kind of going for like a rock opera motif, and so it makes sense. Parts of it, or a lot of the song, actually reminds me of like something Muse would write, but trust me, it's much more tasteful than you would imagine. And on the song Introspection, I thought I heard some male vocals that they kind of remind me of the vocals from the male singer from the B-52s, and again, it's much more tasteful than you would imagine. And the female vocals from Departure were a pretty good plus. I like that. But for the most part, I still see this as like a continuation of After, like After Part 2. You would expect it to go in like a bit more of like an experimental direction, and also the saxophonist from the last album is back, and a few of the songs really reminded me of some of the more doomier sections of After, since After had a really like big doom metal influence, especially on The Grave, which well, there was another song on that album called A Grave Inversed, and now here's The Grave. But they're two different songs. Although The Grave kind of reminded me of On the Shores, since it's, you know, another very doomy song, and it's got the saxophone in there. But yeah, two completely different songs, but it just reminds me a lot of what happened on After. Overall, I think this album's pretty good. It's not terrible, it's not fantastic, it's just a good follow-up. I'm not disappointed. It may need a few more spins to really understand what Ihsahn's doing here, but I think this is a pretty good album. I would give it about like a 7.5 to about a 7.75 out of 10 personally, but may just need a few more spins. Maybe my grade will change, but that's how I feel right now, so I hope that explains it for you. So yeah, thank you, keep it metal.